Jared, Mathie, and Max Hartline are seniors on this year's version of the Louisville Leopards football team. And just like every group of seniors before them here in Louisville, they're trying to set the bar higher and higher. And that's not an easy task given the great football tradition that Leopard Country has. I had to come out here to see what separates them from the rest of the pack. This is Jared, Mathie, and Max Hartline. This is Behind the Athlete, brought to you by Canton Motors, and I'm John Bozeka.
Mathie and Hartline each bring a unique skill set to the table. Their coach, John DeMarco, explains. First, with Hartline.
He leads by example, number one, and he practices hard, but he's always practiced hard. He just works real hard all the time. And it always helps when you got a very talented individual who works hard. And the other kids automatically look up to him with his ability, but then when they see him work hard, they think even more of him.
Then there's Mathie.
He is so competitive that sometimes that gets the better of him, though. Sometimes you got to reel him back in. And sometimes he hurts himself because he's just so competitive. He's so hard on himself. He demands so much of himself. And when he doesn't live up to that, he at times can blow up a little bit. But he's a great kid to coach because he's just so competitive. And he just like he said, he just wants to win. And he doesn't care where you put him. He just wants to be in a position where he can make his team win.
Different yet similar. They have formed a bond. It starts with their motto as a set of seniors, relentless.
Because we're going to be relentless. We're never going to stop, give everything we got, no matter what.
Everything we do, whether it's film study, school, we want all of our guys to be relentless. You know, when something's hard, we want to push through it as a team. So pick each other up. Someone's going through something, we'll help them out. We want to be relentless in every aspect of everything we do. We want to give it all we got.
And what's bigger than that is these guys love to be kids from Louisville, and they understand that tradition.
And the thing about Louisville is a lot of guys wait their turn. You know, they practice their freshman, sophomore, and junior years to make the varsity guys better. You know, you might not get a shot. Me and him were lucky enough to play when we were younger, but a lot of our teammates, even some seniors, they're playing to make us better in practice every day. So that's what I think makes Louisville special, not the people who play on Friday nights, but the people who make us better throughout the week.
I mean, it means a lot. It means everything. Anyone you've asked, the alumni, or anyone that's ever coached or played here, they'll tell you it's just a blessing. It's a great time.
A blessing. And last season, Jared may have had a rare blessing in disguise that changed his life altogether. He suffered a foot injury, and it gave him some wisdom and perspective.
It was hard. You know, the biggest thing was probably sitting out. That showed me, like, football and basketball are, like, my biggest things in my life, and without those, it was actually pretty hard. But I knew I had guys like Max and other teammates help me out, and it actually helped me with work ethic a lot because I had to go through therapy every day, and, I mean, it hurt and it sucked, but you got to push through it. I wanted to get back on the field and be better this year. Been dreaming of playing since I was a little kid, so I wasn't going to let that stop me.
Both Hartline and Mathie said basically the same thing about Coach DeMarco as well, and it's a great thing to say.
You know, I think he's more of a friend and a coach than just a coach. You could talk to him about anything, I feel like, not just football.
The Leopards' schedule this year as an independent is an absolute meat grinder, but Coach DeMarco pays his kids and his senior class a compliment.
This senior class has never stepped away from a challenge, and they're looking at it as a challenge week to week. And you know, there might have been some games last year or in the past that we were able to win before we showed up. And there's none of that on the schedule this year, and I think they're looking forward to playing.
Mathie and Hartline not only lift each other, but they lift their coaching staff up. They lift the rest of the team up, and they lift the entire Louisville community together on Friday nights. And I got to tell you what, that's a pretty unique thing. I'm John Bozeka, and this has been Behind the Athlete, brought to you by Canton Motors.